Welcome to The Interview, a podcast by Bailiwick Express. I'm Nick Mann. On the eve of the Island Games and the back of another Muratti loss, I was joined by Guernsey manager Tony Vance to talk about the future of local football and the need for drastic change to drive up standards.
Man City are far superior to Inter Milan, but Inter Milan could have won because it's a one-off game. Sure. But if they play each other 5 times, Man City will win 4. So you can get a lot over trends, and I sort of basically, very simple, over a 5-year period, put some reds in greens. Reds obviously meant Jersey, greens meant Guernsey, and did it at senior level, under 21s, juniors, under 15s, and there was an awful lot of red. In fact, you're probably talking 80% red on my sort of little sheet. So we've always had this problem, and it's not only football. You know, cricket, the same. Rugby obviously is a different animal now, but generally before, you know, rugby's similar. So it is unfortunately a situation that we need to try and do something about, and it's not a problem that's happened in the last 2 years or 3 years or whatever. The best period that we had ever in Muratti sort of history over a 5-year period was when Guernsey FC started. Now, I'm not trying to claim anything here, but what I'm saying on that is that we were different to Jersey, so we had a completely different animal to Jersey, and we stole a march on them for that 5-year period, and we won 4 years in a row, or 4 out of 5, which was significant, and we've never ever done that before, and that was because Jersey didn't have what we had, and they were very envious, and what they've done is they've gone out and not only done that, but made it even better by having an under-21 team, an under-18 team, plus their local structure, the backup to their Jersey Bulls, if you like. It's far superior to ours. Now, they've changed quite a few times. They've tried, they've failed with certain structures. We've done nothing, absolutely nothing. And as I said, the only significant thing that's changed in Guernsey football is Guernsey FC. And now, as I said, back in the day, early period, it was a success, and we stole a march on them, but now Jersey have counteracted that, and we haven't been able to respond. So, simple answer to your question, I've ranted on a little bit, is that there needs to be drastic changes. You know, we need to support our best players, give them the best forum, and that's not local football, because it's too comfortable. You know, just put it in perspective, really, in life, if you like, or even in other sports. You know, you're a runner. Now, if you are running against a comfortable opposition, you're gonna win. It's going to be comfortable, but you're never going to get better because you're not being challenged. It's too easy for you. You know, when you read a book, for example, if you're 10 years old and you're reading the 4-year-old's book, it's going to be easy, and you're not going to get better at reading. Now, in football, you know, if we play just comfortable football against the same teams, the same players, 3, 4, 5 times a season, the same people, you're going to be comfortable, and that's the problem we've got. Now, I get that we need to have that football because, you know, because that's what people want, and that's fine. But we need to support the ones that want to reach out and be better, and the structure doesn't allow them to do that.
And would you think about, like, so obviously with the Bulls, so you're talking about the sort of youth football, like the under 21s, under 18s, is that something you think should be replicated through GFC maybe? Or?
Well, if money was no object and people were prepared to buy into it, then absolutely that's the right thing to do. But there is a big problem, that's the finance of it. So what we have to do is look at what we can do within our means. Now, you know, there's too many sort of meaningless fixtures where, as I say, clubs just play each other so many times. What you're better off doing is having an under-21 team or an under-18 team and still have the local fixtures, but have a programme for them. We can do it on Ireland, they can play people, but it needs to be competitive. You can't just have a friendly, it needs to be something. And when you ever try and change something in Guernsey football, everyone just thinks of their own little sort of, oh no, that wouldn't work for us because we'd lose X, Y and Z. But then they're the ones that moan when we lose to Muratti. Now, everyone has to sort of join in en masse and understand that we need to have a process to support the sort of aspiring top players, the ones that are going to play for Guernsey, the ones that are going to go beyond, and also keep a structure for the sort of social based football as well, and that's the missing link in Guernsey football is that there isn't that sort of desire to help push the elite players, the better players now, and we can add that into coaches, for example. So if a coach is just coaching a local sort of side, they're just going to be comfortable. So if they can get an opportunity to go and coach a team where they're probably going to lose, but it makes you a better person, better coach, and improves you. So we have to have a structure like that. Just with us at Guernsey FC, for example, it was clear when Alex Scott came, and he was only with us for 11 games, but it was clear he was far too good for us, and we had to do something about it. And my sort of desire was just to get him where he needed to be, because he was too good for us. I saw it the same with Charlton Govine, who was probably too good for us, and unfortunately he didn't. Things happened and he didn't quite make it. But so in that environment, we struggled last year, Guernsey FC, but really a sort of a measure of our success should be 3 players are now playing professional football. The Muratti results, for example, we failed in all of them by the under-18s. But a measure of our success is we sort of sort of made our team weaker by pushing players to go and be better, so they couldn't play for us any longer. Now that's a measure of success, but obviously the failure is we lost. But if we'd have had Alex Scott, Ben Acey and Tim Apsion in our teams and Joe Adam, I think we might have done better than Muratti. And Jersey didn't have any. So as I said, we've sort of diminished our chances, but pushed them out into an environment where they need to be. Now, likewise, just bringing that back a bit to the local sort of football teams. If you've got a player that's too good for the Prio or under 18s, he's too good for the under 18 league, then don't play him in it. Push him higher up, and that's what needs to happen. And until that does, I'm afraid, unless we change the reds on my sheet, they're going to get even more significant.
Must be so frustrating. But how do you drive that change as well? I mean, it's obviously not just up to you. There's a whole structure behind this. No,
there is, and it's all down to sort of communication. It's all down to sort of people being, open, not two-faced. Not say something and then go off and try and stop things because it doesn't suit them. There needs to be a good sort of honest sort of forum, if you like. And I know that to be fair, the guys at the league's management committee are trying to embrace change, which is good, and I hope it sort of goes the right way. We've had many discussions over time, many sort of ideas that we've tried to do, which has been stopped. And the one thing is that I guess the problem I've got, or problem about me, if you like, is everyone just thinks I care about Guernsey FC, and I'm just thinking about myself. It's not at all. I'm thinking about beating Jersey, and being better, creating better individuals so that someone else can do the Muratti, someone else is ready to do the Island Games, and we've got a sort of, we're winning all those structures. I've got no need to sort of worry about under 5 football or under 6 or under 7 football, but I just want to see them develop in the best forum we can. And Guernsey's very unique. We've got a unique logistical problems with travel and everything like that. And I know other sports would have exactly the same problem. So we need to try and be different. And unfortunately, some people in Guernsey don't like change, but it's what needs to happen. So I'll talk to anyone about it. I'll come up with ideas. I'm not saying mine are the right ideas at all, because for every idea, they might get 3 or 4 different options, which eventually get to something. But at least something's better than nothing. And I think that's where we've been before. It's been nothing. So I hope people, as I said, really try and embrace some new life into football.